Welcome. My name is Egan Rackley, and I'm your host for the gaming track here at the 2026 Global Agile Summit. My guest today has spent over 30 years in tech and gaming, building teams, shipping live service products, and leveling people up along the way. He's managed infrastructure for 27 million, I think, daily players at Riot Games, built live operations from scratch at Zwift, and in his spare time is a semi-pro sword fighter. Today, he's here to talk about something that matters to every team lead right now, which is what do humans do when AI can do like a lot? So, welcome, Josh Thaler.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's really my pleasure. For the audience, there are other sessions on the gaming track that you won't want to miss. Head over to globalagilesummit.com and to see everything we have lined up. So, but right now, let's start to talk to our guests. So, let's talk about teams AI can't replace. So, Josh, after that introduction, I think the first thing that is going to be on people's mind is going to be like, what? I could have been a professional sword fighter? Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe tell us a little about that and like when it's not the Dark Ages, what does that mean necessarily, right? Is
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. When I was about 17, I got involved with a medieval reenactment group called the
Okay.
SCA, or Society for Creative Reenactment.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been very active in that ever since then, up until the present day, and primarily involved in the martial art of medieval sword fighting. I've gained a decent amount of competency in that, and really enjoy both teaching that as well as competing in all of our tournaments and things around the world. It also happens to be kind of a meta hobby where there's all these other medieval things you can do within there. It's the
Yeah.
group where I met my wife. It's the group where I met basically my best friends in the world. And it's a group that taught me a lot about leadership over the years. And so it's a big, like, it's one of my three big building blocks at what I consider what turned me into who I am and in my career right now. So.
That sounds like an incredible influence. Do you ever just break out your sword fighting skills at parties or like I'm just kind of curious I does
That's
the
fair.
studio drag you into the mocap
Yeah.
studio? Yes. Okay. I was kind of wondering, are is it you sword fighting in any games we've played?
I think most of what I've done has been used for animation demos and things like that.
Okay.
I've never actually, and so it's been like record myself on the iPhone and stuff and share it with the animators and the illustrators
Sure.
and stuff like that, so that they could get an idea of what's going on. When I was at Riot, I did a few sessions of this is how armor works kind of thing, and I brought all of my gear in, and we got a huge number of the artists in a room, and I would put my gear on while they actually watched me and asked me questions about it and looked at how it moved and actually lifted and put on the weapons. And I'd like to think that the quality of their medieval armor reproductions got better after
Absolutely.
after I got a chance to work with
Absolutely.
them.
Like what a cool skill to bring to the table. And it just sounds like it was a great influence on your life. So I'm
It really
just
was.
very excited to learn that. Okay, so let's move into AI and teams. And so you've spent over probably 30 years watching the industry change in massive ways. The birth of the modern internet, live services, esports going global, of all those shifts, where does AI land for you? Is this one different or bigger than the previous shifts you've seen?
It's it's hard, right? My first job, part of my first gig, was mastering software onto floppies. So that's how long that I've been doing
Yeah.
this, right? And
Okay.
the changes have been dramatic along the way, while at the same time being incremental.
Yeah.
Whereas AI seems like a much more explosive change across the
Yeah.
industry. I got to admit, I have a hard time with it. And I've had this conversation with other coworkers at different studios. In part of me, and I know that this isn't a rational, logical part of me feels like cheating, right?
Sure.
For those of us who spent a lot of time learning and studying and banging our face against brick walls to solve problems, in some ways it kind of
Yeah.
feels like cheating, right? So whether that's valid or not, right? That's a feeling that I had at first. And then the other part is the theft part of it, right? The generative
Yeah.
AI part of it, the part where so many people in my circle